to ravepubs.com/InfoComm for all your InfoComm news.
Hey everyone, this is Gary K. We're here at InfoComm 2026, and I'm here obviously in the Epson booth with Gavin Downey. First off, hey, you always do something spectacular and awesome, and this year's no different.
Thanks, Gary. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty exciting year for us. We're showing a lot of really new, innovative things.
Yeah.
So everything from really competitive 4,000 lumen, 5,000 lumen at different resolutions, different throws, up to a brand new
30,000 lumen.
30,000 and direct view LED. So
yeah.
A lot of innovation. The theme of the booth is innovation on display. So yeah, we're really glad you're here.
Yeah, no, I mean you're obviously the leader in projection, and you kind of like buried the lead there when you said, oh yeah, by the way, we have LED. I guess we're gonna end our tour with that so that everyone gets a chance to see the new LED line from Epson. But in the meantime, a 30,000 lumen projector. Spec-wise, you're saying it's the smallest 30,000 lumen projector on the market?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's been very gratifying to come by and like gauge people's reactions when they actually see it, because we've got two flying in the rig and they're blended. But then this static model really gives a sense of the size of the projector. And you know, if you look, like we've got, it makes it look a little bigger actually, but we can, you know, it's a very, very compact chassis. It's 74 pounds. You've got dimples here so you could actually stack it if you wanted. They come with cameras so you can do stacking, blending, tiling. Beautiful contrast, full 4K, entirely new cooling system, NFC settable. You can pull settings off it, write settings to it. So really exciting in terms of the size. You can hide these in auditoriums and theaters. You can stack them for redundancy and increased brightness. The chassis really just allows you to do things that you just simply couldn't do with 30,000 lumens before.
Yeah, and you're showing two edge blended together up there in the ceiling.
Yep. Right
there, and so you're getting a 32:9 aspect ratio, and I'm assuming the blending is happening automatically using the cameras and the projectors, or how is that done?
It actually is being done in the server for this specific one, but yeah, you could. Good point. You could use the in-projector blending to accomplish what we're seeing today. Yeah.
All right, I wanna pop over here and let people see the inside of a 3 LCD projector. I like your demo that you've done here, so we're gonna kind of come over here, and basically this is great from an educational standpoint. Everybody understands how the prism works and how light is broken apart inside of a projector and how you create images with a 3 LCD projector.
Yeah, I think what's like most important here is, one, it's kind of interesting, right? We're a company of many talents, so we're a print company and we're a projection company. We're projecting on print. But I think one of the most important things we're really trying to drive forward here is full-time color, 3-chip color is absolutely critical to today's experiences, and every Epson projector has full-time color. So it's RGB all the time, right? So that's really what we're kind of trying to drive home here. And obviously the compactness, this is our PQ series, so 8 million pixels, full 4K, in a really compact chassis, and that's 3 LCD enables that, so it's
various
color.
Brightnesses.
Exactly, exactly. That's right.
What do we have here?
So this is kind of an interactive display. We've got the PQ series that we were talking about, and again, projection on print, which is kind of interesting, but you can see 0 pixels because we're putting up 8 million pixels, and it's interactive, so you can stand here, and it senses where your hands are, right? And it's got an audio component, and then this actually, the ring around it responds to you. So just a little bit about highlighting the latency-free aspect of Epson projection and these types of interactive experiences.
Well, y'all always do a good job showing application-based demos at your booth.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going now? By the way, I noticed, I saw this, you have an SDM slot now. You're demoing that.
We do. So we've got 4 SDM slots on the new 30K. You know, and that just really opens up the future in terms of input, output, even, you know, small form factor media servers. It really
so this would allow AV over IP directly into the projector.
Absolutely. And you know, we're not getting rid of the standard, you know, SDI on board, HDMI on board, but we're adding the capability of quite extensive expansion over time, and it's using the Intel SDM module.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah,
okay.
We're excited about that.
All right, where are we heading next? Your booth is very busy.
Yeah. So one of the more exciting aspects of the 30K that we just mentioned is we're upgrading our entire lens family. So it will support the new 30K and be backwards compatible with our prior projectors. But some of the more exciting aspects is a straight, as you know, all of our ultra short throws are the snorkel.
The snorkel stuff.
We're now going to, we'll keep the snorkel, but we're also going to have a straight one. And that has zoom, which is pretty rare in ultra short throw and very, very helpful. And increased vertical and horizontal shift. And then we've got an L lens or a periscope lens. So yet another option for ultra short throw. So 1.25 zoom, increased shift over the snorkel. So we're seeing, a lot of rear projection, a lot of ultra short throw, because as resolution increases, right, pixels are smaller. If you can get rid of the shadow, it's really competitive from a price perspective against direct view LED.
Yeah, and you're also saving real estate.
Exactly.
And that's a big part of it as well.
Exactly.
All right, where are we heading next?
Oh, let's come on over this way.
So this is the beginning of day 2 of InfoComm for those of you watching the video after the show.
So these are brand new extreme short throw fixed lens.
So the projectors are here and here on the side, and it's projecting that image there.
It's exactly
from only
right.
about 2 feet away.
Exactly, no shadow, and you'll notice these projectors, very, very affordable. These are like $3,000 fixed lens projectors. 2 of them are creating this experience.
Yeah.
And it really is, I mean, that's somewhat groundbreaking.
So from about 2 feet away, you're getting 2, obviously vertical.
That's right.
16 by 9 images.
Beautifully blended.
What is this, probably 10 feet wide by 12 feet tall, something like that.
And what we're really kind of demonstrating here is, 3-chip full-time color, but the ability to do this type of experience on a very tight budget. This is $6,000 worth of projectors, which is, that's the cost of a really nice lens. But look at the experience in terms of shadow detail, color, and the extreme short throw. So really kind of moving the needle.
Impressive for the price.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's incredible.
We're pretty excited about it. Everyone keeps thinking it's DVLED. They think that's our DVLED.
Yeah. That's funny.
Here we're demonstrating the new periscope lens that I mentioned on the 30K, so it's just shooting straight up.
Very cool.
And then over here we're showing a whole new, we've got 8 new models from 4,000 to 5,000. Very, very cost-effective fixed lens. But then we also have new 8,000, it's not brand new, but 8,000, 7,000, and 6,000. What we're demonstrating here is the difference in throw. We're covering a huge range from 0.55 all the way to, and we'll see it come up here, 2.2. 2.2. So what that enables you to do for a 120-inch screen, you can have your mounts almost anywhere and still get to 120 inches. Great flexibility if you're replacing old lamp-based interchangeable, right? You can now do it with fixed. Get 1,000 more lumens, reuse that lens somewhere else, and do a whole lot more rooms if you're in higher education.
Very nice. So 5,200 lumens up to 8,000 lumens.
That's correct, yeah. And then we'll move over here. We've got a new BrightLink we're showing. So interactive BrightLink on a whiteboard. Pretty exciting about that, a new input module.
Yeah, this I thought was interesting because you had it at ISE and nobody was talking about it. So obviously now you have more information on it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, this is like basically a switcher and a controller.
That's right.
I assume it would work. It doesn't just have to work with the BrightLink product. It can kind of work with anything in a classroom, right?
Yeah, I think that might be right.
Yeah.
So, projector on off, source switching, AV mute, volume control, PC charging, right? USB-C charging. So it's a really nice flexible thing for teachers, sort of like a command center for them.
So you can see how the cable shroud here.
Exactly. So it's nice and clean. It'll kind of go into modern classroom aesthetics.
I mean, in K through 12, this is going to be popular.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because
we've got a lot of really good positive response.
Yeah,
that's right. So then, if you want, we can move over to direct view LED.
All right. So the big announcement here at InfoComm is Epson entering the DVLED market, and the first product's what, 135 inch?
Yeah. So what we're looking at here is 135 inch. It's a brand new all-in-one. It's got COB, so it's chip on board.
Yeah.
So the latest technology, Epson 135, 162, all-in-one. As you can see, it's got
So you have a 1080 and a 4K version of the 135.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But both are chip on board.
Correct.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And pretty exciting. Our customers are really, really excited. I think it's really difficult to have a conversation about a specific installation.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking to a DVLED provider, they're obviously going to try and make that fit into the DVLED world, or projection will do the same. And what we're hearing from our customers is, let's just have a conversation about what the right solution is for my environment, regardless of what that technology might be. And there are very few players that actually have that credible conversation, right? So we're excited about ensuring that folks get to the perfect solution for the perfect environment.
But for 135-inch LED, what's the price cost increase versus projection? You're talking about 20 times the cost, right?
It's not the most cost effective, but again, right?
It gives them the solution and option. Right?
Exactly. If you've got a lot of ambient light, right?
I mean, but I think
it could be the only solution you could get.
Sure,
right?
But I think in most classroom applications, you're still going to see projection kind of dominating, and then an LED in the higher end applications, right?
I think so, but I think it really is going to be determined by the environment.
Yeah.
Right. Like if
and also cost, right? I mean, because K through 12 is a long way off from doing LED, and higher education, money's being spent elsewhere rather than, would most times rather upgrade the projector than replace the projector with LED at this time because of the cost difference, right?
I completely agree with that. I think what's interesting, right, is if you've got a certain scenario, like an environment where you've just got a ton of ambient light.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not really addressable.
Yeah, like a lobby or, of course.
Right, out here in the desert, right? If you're at a university or a K-12 out here, right, you've got a lot of windows and a lot of light, right? So it might not be addressable via projection, right?
Yeah.
Where that DVLED, I think, to your point, if it's too expensive, they won't do it.
Yeah.
But if they really need it, then they may need to find the money and then do it, right?
Yeah, and
so
it makes sense.
The environment will dictate it.
I mean, it makes sense that Epson would get into this segment of the market. So this is the first of probably going to be a whole family of products that'll come. It's 135, 162 inch. The 135 is 4K or 2K,
1080,
and the 162 is only 1080 now.
And then we're showing a few another solution as well.
Oh, let's go over there and take a look.
So it's been a great show. That's driven a lot of really interesting conversation.
As well, this other solution?
Good question. It's MIPS.
Okay, so this is higher end.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So they're packaging the.
Yeah, so COB is kind of like, you had the traditional fine pitch, then you had COB, and now we have MIPS.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what we're showing here is MIPS technology, 1.5 pitch.
136 inch,
136, correct. And this is
a much higher contrast ratio then.
Sort of envisioning, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a modular solution. You may see us in this
rather than an all-in-one, yeah.
Correct. So really kind of demonstrating that we intend to bring the very best to market, right? So, but this is really, it's been quite impactful. We had a lot of excitement around it during the show. And I think it dovetails really nicely with the 30K and all the high bright 4K. So it just shows Epson as a provider of solutions that they're very flexible, and we just want to have conversations with end users and integrators to make sure that they can find the best solution for that specific installation.
Well, congratulations for the launch, because it's a new market category for you.
Yeah.
I know you'd spent years researching it, so you're not going to just accidentally drop a product into the market, that's for sure.
We're a pretty thoughtful company.
Yeah, very much so. And not the fastest, but strategic, very strategic.
We may not be first to market, but what we strive to be is best to market.
Yeah.
And it's all about compact, efficient, precise technology, and when we find the perfect fit, that's when we'll come to market.
All right, well, you can learn more at Epson.com. When will you start delivering the LEDs?
The LEDs will be, the all-in-ones will be available in about 60 days.
Okay.
So we're taking orders now, and then the modular solution is something we're working on a little bit over the time horizon, maybe later this year.
Okay, good. And we've gone around and already shot individual product videos at every one of these stations. And you can go see those at ravepubs.com/InfoComm. Type in Epson in the video search window. Gavin, thank you very much for doing this. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
And of course, we got lots more InfoComm to cover, so you can follow all of our coverage at ravepubs.com.